Hey, it's Eddie, and welcome to another edition of Stuff and Things. For those of you who've been following my underground house build and been waiting for the next video, I apologize for the time it's taken. I ended up with an illness that I had to have surgery on, and I was delayed a little bit. I'm still healing up, but feeling much better. And so anyways, the project got kind of put on hold somewhat. As you can see behind me, the east side retaining wall has now been shot. I wasn't here when they did it, but the guys did it and did a great job, and so it's finished, which I'm really excited about. Total concrete in this thing now is, I believe, around 550 to 600 yards worth. And that's it. The only other concrete I'm going to need is if I decide to concrete the driveway. But the house, the retaining walls, all that's done. Today I'm going to talk to you about drainage and what we do for that, and what we do behind the walls and behind the house. Come on with me. So I'm behind the retaining wall next to the dome. And one of the things that you have to be concerned about is drainage. So on each one of these structures, there is actually perimeter drains that are put in. Now, when you design the house and cover the house with dirt, it's really important to do the grading so that there's no spots that are low spots where water will pool and soak into the ground. You want to do the grading so the water flows off. The second thing you want to do is make sure you plant the top of your structure. What that does is the plants actually provide several things. First off, they shade the dirt so that when the sun coming down, the sun is absorbed by the plants as opposed to hitting the dirt and then baking through the dirt and potentially warming up the house over time. But the big thing is that plants on top of the house will actually suck water back out of the ground if there is any water in the ground. And lastly, what you want to do is down at the base on the perimeter here, we're going to fill this whole area with gravel, and we're going to put in perforated pipe. Now, you got a couple of options. I personally prefer this stuff. It's a black, flexible corrugated. It's got little itty bitty holes on it. And we lay this in here so that any water that builds up goes into the pipe and then daylights out. Your other option is this stuff. So the white stuff is actually easier to find. Everybody carries it. This stuff's a little bit harder to find, but I find it's easier to work with. It's more flexible. You can bend it around corners, which is great around the dome. But both will work. We're actually using a combination because I was able to get this before, and now the places that carried it don't carry it anymore, so I'm going to have to do this retaining wall with the white pipe. So we'll finish off the dome with this stuff because I have just enough left, and then the retaining wall will be done in the white perforated pipe. Basically, you put down a thin layer of gravel, you lay the pipe down. The pipe will actually be wrapped in a dirt sock. Okay, the pipe will be wrapped in a drain sleeve. It's this white membrane that slides over the pipe, and what it does is it prevents dirt from soaking into the pipe and clogging it up. So we'll put a drain sleeve over the pipe, lay the pipe in, and then we'll bury that with more gravel. And if you want to be even extra careful, you can take more drain sleeve mat and put it over the top of the gravel before you put the dirt on. The drain sleeve allows water to permeate through, but does not allow dirt to go through, which would then possibly plug up your holes. So that's where we're at. The guys are going to be putting this in this week, and then as soon as that's done, we can start backfilling this section of the wall and continue with that. And hopefully soon the framers will be coming in, and then the rest of the crews will be doing their stuff, and I'll do some more videos on that when we get there. Anyways, thank you for watching, and feel free to ask any questions.